Alright. I decided to go into this fight without watching a video. Let's see what happens. What's up, Zenos? Let's do this shit. I don't like you have level 90 is your sync, so you could be lower, but yeah, you really could be lower for this, I guess. Item level 550, I think is where I'm synced down to. So, if that matters. I bet there's something in here that I have no idea when I got it. Yeah, so we'll find out. Cutscene. We are facing down Zenos. Same. He reaches for his big old great axe thing that kind of looks like a scythe great axe. Well, I guess at this point, just more of a scythe than anything else.
Come then.
Come then. I'm more comfortable in Red Mage. I get some healing that I'm familiar with if I need it. So I generally go. I could go Paladin actually probably pretty easily. Might not be a bad idea to do Paladin, but whatever. Okay. We are... Zenos' soul is ablaze with passion. The space comes to life with dynamis as your spirit burns in kind. Your souls burn brighter. Your power swells. Okay.
Cool. Hold nothing back. Push yourself to your limit and me to mine.
I'm down to 95. Tidal wave. So there's a spout on. Oh gosh. Okay, hold on. A spout on one side. And you get knocked back. What the hell was that? What am I supposed to do there? There's some pools on the ground that... Oh. I was supposed to stand in one of them to absorb the lightning? Is that... Yes? No? Oh, Hellfire. There we go. Hellfire getting water. I mean, come on, right? Am I wrong?
Show me your vaunted
Morn. So that is. Let's find out. It follows me no matter what. Okay. I don't even know if
Soon
I got...
you will know the full extent of my power.
Come hither. I'm gonna get at you just in case I'm supposed to. Okay. There's this rotating thing. Oh god. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, that was actually pretty easy.
Mine for the taking.
I got away from him. What the fuck was that? I didn't have any time to react to that? Really? Wow, man. Okay.
Mine
Rude.
for the taking.
What's this? Okay, so when he does that, just back off. He has this... He'll telegraph it by kind of like jumping backwards, but his circle stays where it is. Like his targeting circle. Like, okay. Oh no. Okay. That's not too bad actually. Just know where it. Don't stand in the middle when it starts, obviously. So I have. Oh my god, I'm gonna die, aren't I? Am I losing?
A test of your reflexes.
Oh shit. I'm an idiot.
Have I overestimated your potential?
Yeah, dude, apparently. I'm like... Oh, I'm supposed to die? I have 5 more sparks of that? That's kind of sucks. So anytime he kind of does... Oh, shoot. Oh, God, direction shit. Plus the circle shit. Suck. I went right back into another one. Yep, that's hard. Oh, no, no, no.
Have you no rage?
Shut
left for
up,
me?
dude.
No
Stop
rancor?
trash talking. I know I suck. You don't have to frickin' point it out. I want to go perfect. I want to... Is it possible to go perfect on this fight? Not fail even once? Not, like, fall even once? Diamond Dust. That sounds Shiva-like. But it's fine. You regenerate. Oh, God. What? Oh, no, it's slippery. Oh, fuck off. So that wasn't... Wait, did I die? Why am I petrified? Why was I petrified? Oh, Diamond Dust? Maybe? I did that pretty well. I didn't expect the whole skating mechanic. That sucks. Okay, so don't be in the middle, but like I'm actually in a really good spot right now. I'm at the end. I'm gonna go into the middle right after it strikes. That stuff is easy.
Test of your reflexes.
Reflexes means just move out of wherever the frick you are. I wish I could do it perfectly. I don't think I'll do it again just because I bother, but that's actually not that one isn't hard in my opinion. When he says something and he kind of like you see him jump or step back or something like that, that's actually a pretty good indication just move, just strength. Alright, I can go out here, I think. No? Actually, I'm gonna, yeah, there we go. There we go. That's the easier mode to do this. I'll be in that one, though. That was way easy. Okay, so when it comes to those directional things, follow the path of one. Be at the end of one of their paths. Diamond Dust is gonna enjoy freaking skating again. Gosh dang it. Gonna do the thing, isn't he? Oh shoot! No, no, no! Oh, I went right into one, didn't I? I'm gonna die. Okay, we're good. We're good.
A test of
Here we
your
go.
reflexes.
He says something. Run. We get some swordplay, biatch. Eat it. Oh wait, I don't want to be here. I want to be like at the end. Hold on. Just wait. I'm just gonna wait for the middle to go and then get in there.
A test of your reflexes.
I don't even think I'm in the cone. Oh, it's just circle. I think I'm gonna end on a swordplay thing here, but it's got another. What's the? Oh. Hold on, buddy. I'll get you. Sword.
For the taking.
Yeah. If I were to do this again, I could get perfect. I understand the pattern. Well, that could just be step one. We'll see.
Ah, my soul. How it burns.
Kind of worried now. See, the tidal wave I don't understand. I don't understand what the tidal wave is, what are you supposed to do with it? He's summoning like this Reaper soul thing.
The inferno swelling within you.
It's like flying around. It kind of merges with him. And he's this kind of scary...
Come, let all creation be consumed by our ravenous fervor.
Red-eyed, glowing, kind of more death-like guy. And he kills you straight up, so you needed at least one more.
Do not tell me your life's fire is already spent.
You need at least one more of these Spark of Hope things, so... You can't... I don't know how many you can lose in the beginning of this fight. This might end up being a DPS check. Ethereal Ray. What the fuck? What, did those pop up and I just didn't... Oh no!
A test of your reflexes.
Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Okay, so that's the same as it always was. Swift as shadow. Okay, it's a candle wick. Okay, that's just a move in. That's fine.
A test of your reflexes.
Okay, when he says shit, move. It's actually usually you don't even really have to move too far generally. We have 3 get out of jail free cards left.
Show me your vaunted
Aquaborn. What was that last time? Unavoidable? I don't think you can outrun that. I think you just absorb it.
A test of your reflexes.
And then if you get hit by something else after it or during it, you're done. I'm pretty sure that's all Aquaborn is.
Have you?
Swift as shadow. I know I haven't been using my, oh god, hold on. That one's easy to avoid, circle's easy to avoid.
Mine for the taking.
Okay, he said something, move. Mine for the taking, I think, is always the cone, and the reflexes is always the circle, I think. Ethereal Ray, unavoidable. You're just gonna take it. And let me see if running does. Oh shit. Okay, yeah, you're pretty much gonna take that. I don't know if running does anything. And keep running.
Of your reflexes.
So you can avoid the next 2 things. Really?
I have you.
With the shadow. I'm gonna heal on myself here. Circle, followed by the bigger donut. Those are pretty simple. You know, you let the inner one go.
A test of your reflexes.
In the circle. Move. Okay, I'm gonna sword you.
Show me your
Aquaborn, unavoidable, crap shit. Shield. Why not? It'd be cool if we could hit him with his own Aquaborn. It's kind of funny.
Mine for the taking.
That's the cone. Mine for taking is always the cone. Okay. Does he have another form? I could see it. I could see having another form.
No, not yet. Not until the last of me is spent.
He's gonna insta-kill me this time, isn't he? Yeah.
Now fall.
233,000 damage.
This is my moment. Our moment.
I'm up again. Oh shoot. Just you click everything. Tap every button rapidly to fight back. You got like 16, 17 seconds. It's not hard. I just clicked everything. All the buttons. He gets launched in the air, launches back toward me, and now we're just fighting with fists. It's fucking hilarious. I'm sorry. He punches me, I punch him. Red Mage ain't the punchiest, but we're just one after the other smacking each other in the face with fists. He kicks me though, like a sidekick. I have 2 more lives left. Maybe that's it. Maybe you need to have at least... We both rush each other. His fist glows with like red energy. Mine, blue energy. The fists are gonna meet. No, my fist is faster. I knock him back. And he's down for now. I'm staggering a little bit, but I'm up. The fist fight thing is kind of funny. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, don't need a headshot. Why would he even flash the chat log in there? What's the point? Just keep the... He's down. Hasn't moved yet. He's face down. He is alive. He's moving now. His left arm is... He was gonna punch me with is still glowing red. Like lava kind of red. Blood coming out of his mouth a little bit. But then he falls. He didn't make it up. He falls, turns back into the Zenos he was. He's on his back, his eyes open.
That I should lose again.
So you need at least 2 of those, like, life things. But it actually wasn't too hard to learn the things that you really need to
How
avoid.
disappointing.
Like, the big things have a voice that's like 2 seconds before he does it. So when he says the thing, you just move. You strafe out of the way. Always strafe. I fall on my back, tired, I think, more than anything. Now we're both just in this ethereal sea.
Never have I understood those around me. Understood their obsessions.
You have this major obsession to, like, be the most powerful being in the world. So, I mean, how is that not? I don't know.
Besieged by their banality, the world is a mire of tedium and trivialities.
Ah, I see. Others' obsessions are banal.
But in these fleeting moments, there is a spark. Blinding, brilliant. Gone. Too soon. What of you, my mirror? Born into this world, bestowed name, bid to seek out strife and adventure.
His left arm that's still glowing like lava red is a clawed arm, like clawed fingers. As if taking on the dragon kind of clawed hand. I'm struggling to keep my eyes open. We see last visions of the stars above us, and the eyes close. Flash of white, showing us memories of Eorzea, forests, coastlines, castle buildings, keeps. Our
Was
eyes.
this life a gift or a burden?
Eyes still struggling to stay open, looking at the stars. Flash again. Ishgard, a tomb with the shield. That's like the far eastern town.
Did you find fulfillment?
Still struggling. We see the Crystal Tower. We see the Scions. We see a star coming toward us. And our teleportation device falls near us, flashes to red. We need to reach out to it to get teleported, is that all? We don't. It just teleports us. And then that light on the horizon gets brighter and brighter, and then the screen is going dark. So like it wasn't like doing anything aside from getting brighter for a couple seconds. So black screen.
Can you hear? Safe. Must tend to. Open your. Please.
We start to see
Someone, and
little stars, but they're like glowing.
Please.
Not stars, they're like little lights moving around. Little motes. And then a kind of blinking star bigger in the center of the screen. More stars
You
shooting.
can't leave us. Not like this.
The light gets brighter in the middle.
If you do, I'll never forgive you. So come on. Open your eyes and get up.
Brighter still, more stars. Flash of white. We see some scions around us, healing us. And or just paying vigil. We open our eyes. And we have the credits. The credit screen starting.
Are you with us?
I'm glad I didn't combine this with the trial video. I smile at him.
Oh, thank the heavens. For a moment we thought...
My options are, is everyone alright, or am I really alive? Obviously I'm going with, is everyone alright?
After what you've done, you're the last person to be asking that.
I can ask whatever I want. It's a free universe?
How can you keep your promise if you're not here?
I'm laying on a stretcher. One of the ones that, like, is just two poles.
Another fine show you've put on, my friend.
And then, like, a rectangle of fabric.
A fine show indeed.
Combining the poles.
What were you thinking? Fighting alone? Never do that again. My poor heart couldn't bear it.
I actually wanted to do that 8-man.
Put yourself in our place. If you hadn't returned, how do you think we would feel? And if that sounds harsh, it's because we care.
It's all good.
We tended to thy wounds as best we could, but how is the pain?
I start to sit up. I do so. I
That is
nod
gladdening.
to him.
Grievous as thine injuries were, however, I would counsel repose for a time.
Gladdening!
I have that spell. Oh, you mean, okay.
There's nothing gladdening about this.
I mean nothing. I defeated...
When Meteon appeared in here and told us that you were right behind her, we all got our hopes up. But you never came.
Okay, but I'm here
And when
now.
you finally deign to appear, you're within an ilm of your life. Damn you! Damn you for making us worry!
The names of the voice actors that play the scions are coming up on the screen here and there.
Oh, those were cries of celebration. Anyway, well, the important thing is that you're all alive and in reasonably good health, and we mean to get you back that way. As for your earlier request, I'm quite certain we're in range to make contact now.
Ah, excellent. Let us announce our return at once. I hope you're ready.
I can actually get started.
While you were unconscious, we set out from Ultima Thule, you see.
I can't
Can
click.
you stand? If so, you may wish to see what's outside.
I have no control over this, so I can't. I'm just gonna make my next drink here while I wait. I stand with his aid. We see the massive control panel of this ship. We see the viewing screen is showing us blue sky and white fluffy clouds. Are we back on the
We're
Theris?
home, my friend. We're home.
You just answered my question very quickly. Thank you. I love quick info. quick and full. We see Blofusvin and her Rogadin ex-pirate dude. Well, I guess they're both technically ex-pirates. We see Emmerich and those people. We see Lolorito and those and Prince the Queen. I don't remember things. I don't remember. We see the people of Gridania. The last one was God. Why do I suck so much at things and stuff and names? All of our old allies. This one is Lucia with our newest ally, the guy we kind of converted from whatever. We have Vritra. We have Hien and others. Oh, I can't do that. I can't do this though. We got a black screen for a second, but now I think we're back in old Charlian. Yep. The Fortunos are here. Emilian, Sid, Wedge, Biggs, Kryl, Tataru.
Is that?
Aaronville. The black bunny.
It is! It's the Ragnarok! They're back!
Thank heavens. Truly.
They've done it!
Welcome home. Ah! Yes!
Celebrating, dancing. Some hurrying to greet our ship.
Welcome home, everyone!
Thanks, Tataru. Is Tataru running in a different direction than everybody, or? No, I guess not. Kryl follows her, running. And catches up to her. Kryl is mostly looking at Tataru as they run for some reason. You should really be looking in the direction you're going for safety purposes, but it's all good. Can I pause it? Isn't there a pause button?
Welcome home!
We see the Ark has landed, and the screen fades to black on a zoom out of the Ark with old Charlian. Just a black screen still. Still just a black screen. Oh, and the credits. Pause scrolling. Do I need to pause scrolling? I'm gonna let it run. We'll take care of a couple things. We'll see what happens when I get back. If it's still going. Figure it out from there. They got through some of the credits. You know, as I was saying, they were like putting the voice actors' names and such in there. So they got through some of them, but there's still a whole bunch, like artists and directors and visual designers and gosh, why do I have 5 messages? What's going on here? It's gotta be Shannon. Oh, it's him, okay. Why does this sound like it was recorded like secondhand, like out of a speaker? You know, like a recording device was set up next to a speaker. It's not a horrible choice. Okay, this sounds more direct, right? Yeah, that sounds more directly recorded. Weird. It may have just been my ears doing weird things. Wow, it's a high note. Reminds me of the Fifth Element one. I can't hit it. I can't hit it, but the song that blue lady does, the blue opera lady does on stage. It's kind of like where all the bad stuff starts, you know. Well, there's bad stuff before that, obviously, but Knights of the Round? What is this? I don't remember that. I don't know if this happened in previous expansions, but like this expansion, this credit scene, this credit, well, the credits in general, the things they're flashing up on the screen are things that happened in previous expansions, some of the time, which is different to me. I don't remember. Maybe they thought Endwalker would be the last expansion? I don't know. But like we're seeing things from way back when, and some are obviously recognizable as being wait, the Crystal Tower expansion was its own expansion, Stormblood, right? No, is that Stormblood? Oh my god, what are the expansions? If you hear the sound of Clash Royale, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to turn it down. It's gonna kill some time while I wait for this. I'm not smart enough in Clash Royale to like make my own decks. I have to rely on the on other people's brains to like give me some ideas here and there. There are cards that I really like, and I kind of wish that there was a way, if you played just really well, I wish there was a way to like play the cards you like and make a valid deck with them. But it does seem like I mean, I've won matches without what you would consider a technical win condition, just by playing good defensive cards that eventually just overwhelmed in double elixir. Especially if you have like Mega Knight or whatever, but I've never been good with like Hog Rider or Ram Rider, although I like the idea of Ram Rider very much. Being able to clear like really low health cards like a skeleton army, or well, not the entire army. She's probably still gonna die before she gets a hit off, but I enjoy the idea of Electro Dragon. Not great with it. There's a lot of cards I enjoy the idea of, but I have not been able to make. I like the Bowler a lot. I like the Executioner a lot. Graveyard is cool. I like using Goblin Cage a lot. I'm not good with Tornado. I'm not great with Snowball or Evolved Snowball. I'm actually not. I haven't really played much with the Bowler and Executioner, but I like the idea of the Ice Wizard and Electro Wizard. If I had Evolved Bomber, I would love that. I don't have it. I had a spawner deck. So like I had the Witch, Goblin Hut, Night Witch, I believe. Anything that spawns. There's like a skeleton. There's a skeleton, a tombstone. Is that what it's called? So just like I was trying to just overwhelm with a number. Tombstone, yeah. Overwhelm with a number of monsters, like a number of moving things on the field, and my win condition was just overwhelming. Mother Witch. I don't think Mother Witch spawns. No, she just spawns pigs by killing things. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of technically a spawner. Like, but one Mega Knight counters practically all of the spawnings, unless you have a lot of aerial. Because Mega Knight doesn't do anything against aerial targets, but in the meantime, it's jumping around and like kind of like shucking off the aerial attacks because it's just moving so quickly with a jump. But so in theory, sort of like a Night Witch with, if she gets 6 bats around her. Is it 2 per spawn? I think it's 2 per spawn. Hold on. I think it's 2 per spawn. Yeah, 2 bats. We're just throwing one building. Sort of. I think I had a Barbarian Hut in there too. And the Furnace. Again, like anything spawny that I could think of. Those decks are fun. They're not necessarily strong, but I like just... It gives your opponent a lot to respond to, but you're really generally only going one side, so... Like a Lightning will take out most of those spawning buildings. Or at least like mostly take them out. Senior Manager Data Science? Interesting. I think this, I could be wrong, but I think this may be the longest credits so far. I would have to look at the my previous. I haven't even received the experience points for. That'll probably be after the credits. But the experience points for the quest Endwalker. I wonder if like the spawner deck would be enough like for split pushing, but only I suppose like I like to put the spawning cards in the back so they have time to gain skeletons or gain bats or Mother Witch is different because you would want to use it start hitting things immediately generally unless you want to put a tank like a giant in front of her, which is a very basic strategy that's not bad at all. Giant gets met with a skeleton army, Mother Witch creates pig, 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 pig. Giant probably still goes down, but then you have like 6 pigs going at the tower. Which, when Giant costs 5, Mother Witch costs like 5 or 6, so 10 elixir being countered by skeleton army for 3, and like probably an arrows for another 3. Not a good trade for Giant Mother Witch, but yeah, I don't know. I'd like to play more spawner decks just because they're fun. I think we've reached the end. Close. We are walking. Oh. We're walking in the void area, but there's no ground beneath us, but the Scions have joined us. Guess just one last cool looking maybe this is no, this won't be the end. It's a cool oh, we're coming to meet Hermes, Vana, Emet-Selch, and Hythlodaeus in the ethereal sea or void or whatever. We're walking past them, never mind. Past and through. Vana does give us a tiny eye glance and closes her eyes and smiles a bit. We have the blue bird that represents Medion. Names, words, whatever. We get like a drawing cartoon style of the Scions with passing by the ancients. Hermes is also delighted in his Medion bird. That was cute.
Dearest mother, dearest father, this letter will be the very last that I write to you from the rising stones. As I commit these words to parchment, I fondly recall my journey as a scion. From the time I first walked into the Order's former halls, to the time I set forth to forestall the final days.
We see flashbacks of the Rising Stones, the people we knew there.
At the farthest reaches of the Sea of Stars, we fought the battle of our lives.
How they looked back then. Minfilia, Moonbreeda.
Fought against despair itself. A veritable maelstrom of it, fed by the resignation that dwelled in the hearts of beings not so unlike ourselves. Full oft have I harbored the same malaise. Have I been brought to my knees, crushed by the weight of sorrow and defeat, convinced that I will never rise again. However, I have also known many moments of unbridled joy and happiness. By this truth do I find hope within, blooming resplendent, like the Elpis flower. And thus do I endure. Do I look forward to creating more memories with my friends and loved ones. For from these fertile seeds, yet more hope shall spring forth. And they will grow to become shining lights that illuminate the dark. Thus believing, I leave the rising stones behind, as will my comrades. For, as we have decided, after careful deliberation, we are disbanding the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
There you are, Alphino. Everyone is already gathered in the foyer.
My apologies. I'll be right there. At least, that is what the story will be.
Double. We have all of our Scion people gathered here, including like the extraneous characters, secondary, you know, like Hoary Boulder and the like.
Sorry to keep you all waiting.
What could you possibly have left to do now?
Oh, just a letter.
Why is this so echoey? There's stone walls. Well, I don't know, whatever.
I imagine it will be a while before we can gather like this again.
So it must be, if we're to keep up appearances. From now on, it falls to the Grand Company of Eorzea and its allies to deal with the realm's crises.
Meanwhile, we shall return to our erstwhile ways. Retreating from plain sight, to take our place in the shadows once more.
I get it.
Indeed. For the foreseeable future, I expect that we must work independently as we seek out problems that want for solving. But a day will come when we face another great challenge, and we will face it together, as we always have.
As much as I look forward to that day, I do hope it doesn't come anytime soon.
Well, formal association or no, if any of you should require my services, you need but ask. I'll be glad to keep my lance arm honed.
I'll hold you to that. So you had better keep your link pearl on hand.
Or in ear, really.
So you really mean to stay, Tataru?
Oh, someone has to keep the Rising Stones in proper order. And even a super-secret organization requires a super-secret base of operations. To the rest of the world, it will be naught more than a workshop for Eorzea's foremost up-and-coming artisan. If you thought our coffers were full to bursting before, just wait till I can devote myself wholly to the crafts.
She has struck a pose. Fists on hips.
Plotting to build a mercantile empire to rival that of Lord Lodorito, are we?
I, for one, look forward to your future successes, Tataru, as do I our next meeting.
And with that, I believe it is past time you all made ready to depart. Leave no preparations undone or words unsaid, all right? Now, off with you.
Okay. We're probably going to have another cutscene, but we should talk to some people. Talk to Thancred first, kind of going just the closest. Cutscene. Jeez. Ah, our champion and savior. I was beginning to think my chance for an audience would never come. That sounded more amusing in my head. Speaking of heads, I was worried about yours, and the rest of you, for that matter. On the mend, I trust. I nod. Glad to hear it. You're in a bad way, and healing magics or no, I'm impressed by how swiftly you've recovered. Sorry for my stumbling. Then again, 'tis hardly the first time you've cheated death. Your strength of will has never failed to astonish me. Look at what you've accomplished. Meteon defeated, her Song of Oblivion cut short, the source and all her reflections delivered from the final days. If you had faltered at the last, then all hope would have been lost, but you held fast. These are timed. You have to read quickly. Now Reen has a tomorrow to look forward to, and I could ask for no greater gift than that. I don't like that they're timed. That sucks. I hate it. As for a lesser gift, however, the next time you see her, I would appreciate you not describing my travel plans with Urianger as aimless wandering. That's funny. We have a purpose in our roaming, after all, keeping an eye on things in the absence of the scions on the world stage. There'll never be an end to the little problems that go untended by nations. We will do our best to help out where and when we can. Which I suppose is an approach not far removed from aimless wandering when you get down to it. Perhaps you could tell her I am faring well and leave it at that, eh? Return to see the rest. No need to mention this feeling of being uprooted. I've never been one to stand still for long, but when I think of home, 'tis the Rising Stones which comes to mind. How many times have we set out from this base, thence to return when our work was done? I might not be able to do. On the day the Scions came together, I hoped for Minfilia to find a place where she belonged, but never did I expect to find one here myself. Here for myself. Indulge me, Mercy, I have a question for you, and imagine Minfilia herself is asking. Are you glad you joined the Scions? My options are best decision I've ever made, or there's never been a dull moment, that's for certain. Best decision I've ever made. I can honestly say the same. But all good things must come to an end, at least for a time. Should you need a helping hand for infiltration or reconnaissance, you know who to ask. I'll come running, and you'll likely get a certain funny-talking fortune teller into the bargain. Funny-talking fortune teller? Who's that? Funny-talking fortune teller? Who's that? I gotta pee. I'll be right back. We'll continue. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was gonna be this long. Okay. Next up is Estinian. What I was trying to say during Thancred's thing is that I might not be able to keep the voice, like the accent and such, the inflections and whatnot going. If I am to read everything quickly, because it's all timed, I have no choice. It sucks. I hate it when they do that. Actually, I'm crossing my arms. Estinian is crossing his arms. We're staring each other down. It's I like it. It's cute. Still, it's back and forth. His face, my face. If you have something to say, then out with it. My options are just worried how you'll earn your keep now. Just wondering how I'll earn my keep now. Just wondering how I'll earn my keep now. I look a little like sad, forlorn. He uncrosses. What? I thought you adventurers had any number of ways to earn coin, and that the Scion's mode of operation has changed. We should be compensated as before. In any case, I do not want for options, even if some are worse than others. No sooner did Emmerich hear about our disbandment than he offered me a position as a guardsman in the Imperium district. As a former Azure Dragoon, I'm guaranteed to be popular, he said. Who does he take me for? Even without his meddling, I'm perfectly capable of finding employment, and have. I'm a little shocked. Crosses again. Some days ago, a Honish envoy arrived with word from Vritra. The worm requests my presence as soon as things have settled here. He didn't deign to mention why I'm needed, but it pertains to dragons, like as not. In Thavnir, like elsewhere, the phenomena caused by the final days abated when you defeated Medion. Though it was too late for those who had already transformed, life is beginning to return to normal for the survivors. Of those who sought refuge in Sharlayan, most have already returned home. But many do not have a home to return to, nor loved ones. By an arrangement between Vritra and the Forum, such souls remain in Sharlayan if they wish to work and study. Vritra was always the satrap in truth. It's gratifying to see him become one in name as well, one who has the complete confidence of his people, if the envoy's tone was any indication. I often find myself speaking favorably of dragons of late. Not so long ago I would have assumed his benevolence had ulterior motives, but it is clear he cares for his people, and they in turn revere him. God, so fast. I'm trying. Shakes his head. To know such a nation may flourish is comforting. Vitra's kin sought release from conflict, so weary were they of the suffering it wrought, they surrendered to oblivion. But Midgard's Ormer didn't give up. In hopes he made the journey to distant Aetherius with his clutch of eggs. And though his progeny went on to be embroiled in conflict with men, there were times when they transcended hatred to abide in harmony. If I stumble, that is their legacy and their triumph. If I stumble, like I'll lose a second. In my lands I feel the weight of their struggle and the strength of their resolve, and it lends me strength. These things I might never have learned had I not joined you. Should you ever have need of me, I will come. At the very least, it might be an opportunity to earn coin. And we are done with Estinian. Next closest is Y'shtola. She's surrounded by Ochre Boulder, Aenor, and Clements. I have no idea who any of those people are. Probably my fault. Y'shtola will not speak as slow as I normally make her. Sorry. Oh, are we saying farewells too? I hadn't, at present, planned on a journey of any great length. Not that I am averse to a moment or two of quiet reminiscence. In fact, there was something I've been meaning to ask you, something that has been in my thoughts since the last flames of the final day subsided. I nod, ready. During our travels, we have witnessed more than a lifetime's worth of oddities and spectacles, more than can be easily recalled or remembered. And nestled amongst those memories are certain essential facts, the history of Aetherius and the ancients, glimpses of the Ea, of their culture and philosophy. Rather than simply hoard such treasures in my mind, I wonder if I should not be disseminating them in formal records for wider consumption. Writing them down. Making stories, books. When needed, I have penned reports and prepared briefings, but ever have I balked at the idea of binding the subject of my studies in a book or tablet. Truth is given shape and interpretation. When we seek to capture it with our words, it is invariably molded to fit a narrative, no matter how well-intentioned the rendering. An event is described as sad, a summation which fails to express the emotional complexity, yet the word on the page is what endures, a pale shadow of reality. Closes her eyes. Throughout history, some have deliberately embellished the truth, but I believe many, if not most, deviations are the result of similar linguistic shortcomings piling one upon the other until the end result is unrecognizable from its origin. I was worried I wouldn't get it. Which is why I fear that writing an account in my own words would be akin to diluting fine wine with water. Yet even with the potential for corrupted meaning, I do of course realize the importance of keeping written records. Without them, my search for wisdom would be a painful affair indeed. But what say you on this matter? Should I take up the quill, reflect upon those experiences only we have shared, and seek to preserve them for posterity? Cross my arms and think. Aye, let them be read and remembered, or nay, it's enough to hold them in your memories. Aye, let them be read and remembered. I nod. She nods. Very well then, I shall endeavour to pen what I can of the Ea and the ancients and so many other wonders. But I am no scribe. It will be less a polished work and more a reordering of scattered notes. In any case, I feel much better for having sought your opinion. Left to our own devices, we tend to overthink such things. I will otherwise return to following where my curiosity leads. After all, a safe method of travel to the first yet eludes me, and our venture into the great expanse has prompted an entirely new set of questions. This is hard. Should you stumble into the unknown or struggle with some impenetrable mystery, know that I am at your beck and call. Hand on hip. It never hurts to see things from a different perspective, and mine is rather different than most. Huh. Do I have the voice to keep this going? Gosh dang, man. Grahatia is talking to Coltonet, the green-robed black mage, and Hori Boulder, our Rogadin paladin, I believe. Is he a paladin or a... Yeah, sword and board. I thought he was a paladin. Alright, let's keep going. We'll try. Gosh, this is hard. Already an hour 15 into it. Almost 15. Wow. Oh, Mercy, might you have a moment to talk? And we walk off into another, away from the other two. Not far, but away. With the science stepping away from the public eye, I've been left to consider what new endeavors I might pursue. After speaking with Kryl, I've decided I will be assisting her in rebuilding the students of Valdesian. Not only am I indebted to Master Gallo for giving me a new home, but had our order never existed, I would never set foot within the Crystal Tower. Would have never. How different my life might have been. I would have never met you, never become a caretaker of the tower, never become a scion. You gave me the chance to do much good, and I hope to continue to do so with the students. Do so much good, sorry. For an added benefit, new mysteries often find their way to our doorsteps, mysteries that could prove ideal for fulfilling our promise to embark on a new adventure together, unlike any we've experienced before. I get pumped. Excuse me. Whenever you have the time and inclination, my friend, I stand ready to accompany you unto the unknown. Do you recall in the realm of the Omicrons when I asked if you thought I may someday be mentioned in your epic? While 'tis true that to earn a place at your side would be the stuff of dreams, in the end, nothing would give me a greater joy than to stand with you in the here and now. Give me greater joy, sorry, not a greater joy. It needn't be some grand endeavor, there needn't be a promise. Whenever adventure calls, I won't hesitate to invite you, and I hope that you will do the same for me. My options are without a second thought, or as long as you don't overextend yourself. Without a second thought. I do the fist and palm. He does the same. Ha! I'll hold you to that. He chuckles. As much as we have already seen, there's still so much we haven't. Who knows, perhaps we will even encounter survivors of the Omicron somewhere out there. After all, given how they took to the stars, it isn't implausible that some found themselves far from home. And should we encounter a wayward traveler awaiting commands that will never come, I would bid them seek adventure with someone, and with that partner find new purpose, a new dream. For if crystals can hold fast to dreams, why not Omicrons? Wherever your plans may lead, do not hesitate to send word, and should a commission of interest come my way, you will be the first to know. I have 4 more to do? Holy monkey. Alright, Kryl's voice always kind of escapes me, so like, just, it's not going to be great. Let's try to make it female and Britishish. Oh, Mercy, how are you feeling? Any lingering aches or pains? I nod. I can't apologize enough for sending Zenos to find you in Ultima Thule. Well, it worked. When he came to me in Charlie, and I was truly torn. As ever, there was only one thing on his mind. Forced to make a decision, I reasoned that if he would not be deterred from seeking you out, he might at least aid us in our cause. So I struck a bargain. In the end, he was true to his word, and you defeated him despite your earlier exertions. But knowing the state you were found in, it could have ended very differently. Sorry. My decision almost cost you your life, and no words could express the remorse I feel. My options are, it worked out, you did the right thing, or I won't lie, I thought that was it for me. It worked out, you did the right thing. It is a relief to hear you say that. Thank you. Time and time again, I've been made to feel wholly inadequate. Or woefully. I wasn't so much use in battle, nor could I face the Forum with my nerves getting the better of me. It always fell to you and the others. Gosh, I'm sorry. I'm trying. I must and will do better. And I shall begin with the restoration of the students of Baldessium. Through our work, Charlian will strengthen its ties with other nations, that we may be better prepared to face whatever threats arise in the future. Of course, this isn't something I can accomplish alone, but thankfully I have the staunchest of help in Raha and Ojika and our other remaining members. Together, we'll continue Grandfather's work. As before, certain commissions will take us to dangerous locales, and we may need to call upon seasoned adventurers. In such times, might you be willing to assist us, not because you feel obliged, mind you, but because you feel a lure for the task itself? I did fist in palm. I'm determined. I got this. I help you. Help you. She giggles. Marvelous. Should something of interest arise, I shan't hesitate to reach out to you. Until that day, I shall endeavor to become a more dependable comrade. 3 more. Whew. Alphino, right next to Kryl. Oh, mercy, pray forgive me for delaying the gathering. I was writing a letter, you see, to my parents. As busy as Father has been tending to the aftermath of the Exodus, he has been good enough to show concern for the Scions. And besides, I've made them worry enough for a lifetime. Henceforth, I will endeavor to write as often as I am able. A little effort to set their minds at ease while we continue to be away from Charlian. Both Alice and I are off to assist with Garlemald's recovery, you see. Though uncertainty remains over what will become of the nation, we cannot well leave the capital in its present state. We will rejoin those members of the Isilbard contingent still stationed there. Lucia and Maxima helm the relief effort with support from our allies, the people of Garlemald among them. They will gradually be joined by those who have finished treating the tempered across the lands. Lest you misunderstand, we do not seek redemption for failing Licinia and her sister. That is a burden we must always bear. Nay, we go because of the truth in Lord Quintus's words. The truth that, whatever ideals individuals may espouse, nations are not moved to action unless they stand to benefit. Yeah. For the foreseeable future, the fallen empire will be at the mercy of both internal and external forces. And though I do not doubt the intentions of the contingent, with greater powers involved in the relief effort, our allies may well find themselves drawn into a political agenda. In going, we seek to ensure that the needs of the people come first, to understand their hearts, that we might better help them to begin anew. My options are, you'd best write me too, or I'll visit when I can. You'd best write me too. I guess. Write you letters? Of course, I'd be glad to do so. But I would be gladder still were you to come and visit, and I believe I speak for Alice as well. For fairly as long as I've been in Eorzea, you've been at my side, watching over me in good times and in bad. How many times have we gathered to share tidings? None could possibly keep count. The world is changing and will continue to do so, yet no matter what the future brings, I hope that I can ever look to you, in good times and in bad, as a dependable comrade and dear friend both. Fist and palm again, from me. Thank you, Mercy, from the bottom of my heart. I'm beginning to realize that if I had good video editing skills, I could pause a video on each of these and read them at normal speed, but I don't think that far ahead, and I also don't do video edits. I really do want to buy a program, but I'm not there. I don't want to spend that money because they're not cheap, really. Like, the good ones aren't cheap. Here's Alice. I got 2 more. Mercy, seen to your preparations, have you? I'm just making another a sweep of my belongings. Wouldn't do to find I've forgotten something halfway to my destination. Oh, in case you haven't heard, we've received new reports detailing the devastation caused by the final days. It appears the situation is gravest in the land surrounding the Bounty, where the sky first began to burn. After that, the calamity was observed in the far north, in Garlemald and the frozen lands beyond. We also had reports of the heavens catching fire in isolated locations, one of which was an area in the northern Empty. Had our quest taken any longer, Charlian too may have come under threat. Thank goodness it's over now. To be sure, blasphemies and lesser beasts may still be roaming about, but these localized crises should be well within the capacities of each nation to handle on their own. The Scions are no longer needed. Which isn't to say that we won't help out where we can, of course. As individuals, no more of this order business. For my part, I'll be heading to Garlemald with Alphino. They were among the worst affected, and still need all the help they can get. She thinks for a moment. It won't be easy. An inevitable part of aiding those in need is coming face to face with tragedy. Knowing it doesn't make it any easier, though, that I'll curse my weakness, my inability to fix every problem and save every lost soul. But no matter how much it hurts, I won't give up. I'll do what I can for as many people as I can, begrudging no effort. She smiles. And should I find myself discouraged, I'll remember you. Think back fondly to one of your many moments of triumph and the accompanying determined expression. Even those that still annoy me in retrospect, like when you activated the teleporter without warning. She crosses her arms. I give I'm sorry. And should you hear about me, I want you to remember too. Remember that I'm out there somewhere, trying my very best. My options are: I look forward to hearing all about the legendary Alice Levelier, or think you can keep up with me? Oh, definitely do in a second. Think you can keep up with me? Love it, love it. You asked for it, so you'd better watch out. Oh, yes. I think it's, oh, yes. I don't know. The next we meet, I'll be vastly improved, so don't be surprised when you find yourself marveling at me. I might stumble over early on Jay the most because of how he talks, but we'll see. It's the last one. Let's do it. Gosh, this is long. That's what she said. Sorry. Here we go. Mercy, thou hast spoken with our comrades. Though this parting be not forevermore, 'tis nonetheless occasion for sorrow. Akin to Pixie's path, the navigation of such farewells is a perilous endeavor indeed. He thinks in his unusual manner. For their part, however, the Loporrits embark upon a new beginning. Though bereft of its purpose as a vessel, the moon yet remaineth hospitable for the creatures of Aetheris. Thus do our lunar visitors convene with the Form, intent upon assigning some new and beneficial role to our solitary satellite. Yet ere that may come to pass, there is much and more ere each party must learn of the other, a process which doth promise to be eventful indeed. To that end, a cadre of Loporrits hath gleefully dispersed across our lands in the name of mutual understanding. Heidelin, 'tis said, did imbue them with her love for all things born of this star. And 'tis Venar's own nature, I believe, which doth manifest in this irrepressible, inexhaustible curiosity of theirs. I smile. Having witnessed that which they strove to achieve, I wish most keenly for their long labors to be rewarded, that their abiding affection for our man result in a boon for all. Moreover, I hope to continue our acquaintance and share in such knowledge as they see fit to impart. Acquaintance? I'd call it a friendship. Or, you are the first to truly understand them. Acquaintance? I'd call it a friendship. I call it friendship. Oh, I keep putting an A in there. He looks taken aback for a second. I did not wish to presume. He smiles. I would be honored should they consider me a friend. For 'tis certainly true that I have grown fond of their company. I smile again and nod. But I shall digress no further. This day should belong to the signs of the seventh dawn, to mine incomparable companions. Oft times hath mine reticence caused thee grief, and mine actions spurred allies to suspect betrayal. And yet here amongst you I still stand. No amount of words could express my gratitude for thine acceptance and forgiveness. Forgiveness means more than... Thus, instead, I do proffer my humble support. Be it unto the deepest abyss or the highest heavens, even if I must needs founder cross stormy seas, ever shall I answer thy summons. Just in time. Gosh damn. I did it. I think Red Mage is the class I will gain. Yeah, it's the closest to 91, so. Tataru will finish this off. Spoken your fill, have you? If so, I'm thinking to send everyone off. Leave the Rising Stones, I guess, yeah. With your permission, then. Your attention, please. At risk of spoiling the mood, the time of departure is upon us. In my capacity as your receptionist, I bid you all safe journeys. Till next we meet, be well. Endwalker is complete. We get an Argos horn, which I think is a mount. Wind up Herois? Is that Vana? It looks like a little Vana. I don't know. And then orchestration roll, Endwalker footfalls, and flow orchestration roll. And the Endwalker quest is finally complete with another. Please be voice acted. If anything else, we see a. Oh, I've been. Oh yeah, this is where the Rising Stones are, right? The tertiary and secondary scions walk off. The main scions are left here.
I suppose we're off to Garlemald then. Though we ought to speak with Lord Emmerich first. If he's received word of any recent developments, we need to know.
'Twould be prudent to purchase some warmer clothes at least. Mayhap we can pick up a few souvenirs for Euless and the others while we're at it.
Where will you all be heading next?
Dravania. There is a book I've been meaning to borrow from the Great Google Library. And I can think of at least one person who will be most displeased should I fail to visit before leaving.
We've no particular destination in mind, but we do intend to stop in Sharlayan before we set off.
We had thought to ask after the Loporrits. I am curious as to how well those who chose to remain are adapting to their changed circumstances.
Might we accompany you then? Raha and I were planning to return to the Baldessian Annex.
Commissions have been piling up in our absence, and they must be dealt with ere we begin our work in earnest.
Estinian, you will return to Radzat Han, will you not?
Aye. For Vritra's benefit, though I've yet to hear the details. I may not stay long.
I see. Then it is here the Scions at last part ways. Each to some far-flung corner of the realm.
I mean, a lot of them are going this similar direction. Except for the twins, really. The twins are the only ones going in a different direction to start with.
Perhaps. But I believe one of our number, a rather important one at that, has yet to divulge her plans.
I'm gonna make dinner. They all stare, they all looking at me.
Quite right.
Indeed.
Fair point.
So, what's next for our humble adventurer?
Dinner, like I said. I have a dinner date. Via WhatsApp video call. Oh, the bluebird! I explain to them what I'm doing while the camera pans off of us. across we follow the bluebird around this castle keep big area where the rising stones. We see the crystal tower, whatever it's called. As the bluebird flies off into the blue sky. We see Fiend. Yet stand tall, my friend. Our journey will never end. We see in the bottom right corner. Jeez, it just keeps going. Oh my god. Wowza. This is, I think, my longest video for sure. We see Vana.
The constancy of this place never ceases to amaze me. An ocean of souls, shimmering and eternal.
We have an ancient back in the place where we were hanging out with the ancients.
And yet, something stirs.
I can't remember what it's called. The floating islands.
Yes. Steeped in darkness, deep as starless night. The beast hungers. Alas, I dare not investigate in earnest before the coming of my guiding star, as she foretold. We shall descend to the depths, you and I, to confront the dread beast Pandemonium. Oh, the sights we shall see. The sights we shall see.
We never see all of this person's face. There's no mask. The mask is hanging in front of him, as some of the others have. But yeah, this is back. Well, it could be present time, but I thought that was destroyed. You've completed the main scenario quest Endwalker. Quests to unlock new content have now become available in Old Charlian. Additionally, you may now enter the dead ends with a party of NPC avatars. Hey, yeah, trust, blah, blah, blah. I've already done it with trust. I couldn't do the final day with trust. Westwell, champion of Aetheris, for many and more adventures await you. And there we go. Video finally over. An hour and 35 minutes. I will see you next time. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you fast forwarded through the boring parts. But yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now. 135 and 30.